Hey everybody, welcome to the channel. It's me, Professor Nez. I just wanted to share another really inspiring quote and how it relates to mindset, how it relates to anxiety, how it relates to overthinking, and how I truly believe what's behind this can be absorbed. And as the title suggests, if you really can embrace this and discover this, because I'm living proof of it, you can really end anxiety forever. I want to read this to you. This is a extremely old quote from Saint Teresa of Avila. Let nothing disturb you. Let nothing frighten you. Everything passes except God. Anxiety comes and goes. Thoughts come and go. Everything comes and goes, but there is something here that remains. There is something here that witnesses, that observes all of that traffic, all that coming and going. The word God here, I don't want you to take this literally. The word God has multiple associations, and it can be taken very personally, very seriously. Just for the moment, just for the sake of this video, I just want you to have an open mind. Don't put too much baggage, if you will, to the word God. It doesn't have to mean the Christian God, the Muslim God, the Catholic God, whatever. And I'm not in any way, shape, or form belittling or minimizing anybody's religion or faith, okay? But what Saint Teresa, in terms of what we're discussing here on this channel, what this beautiful quote, let nothing frighten you, let nothing disturb you, all passes except God. That word God can be also defined as the source, can be also defined as the thing that connects us all, the things that brings us all together in this collective consciousness of called humanity. Underneath all the superficialities, skin color, creed, gender, economic status, socioeconomic status, etc., 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 right? Age, gender, sexual preference, whatever. Underneath all those superficialities, there is this eternal source. There is this thing that I'm not even asking you to believe in anything. I'm not even asking you to subscribe or follow or practice as a in the terms of a denomination or a theological practice. Nothing like that. I'm not asking you to believe in anything. You can discover this for yourself just by looking, just by paying attention. Really practical, anchored in reality, commonsensical. So I'm sharing this quote, which can have a lot of heaviness to it, but remove the heaviness, remove the kind of dramatics and theatrics, if you will, that can sometimes be associated with this, and just have an open mind, and I promise you it will make sense. All you have to do, and you don't even have to close your eyes to do this, is just look for yourself. Does anxiety, do panic attacks and anxiety attacks last forever? No, they don't. Does your frustration, does your stress, do good times, bad times, night, day, age, does anything last forever? No. Does everything pass? Yes. If there's one thing that I think we can all agree on, is that everything is temporary, including your problems. The great Charlie Chaplin once said that. Nothing in this life is eternal. Nothing in this life is permanent, including your problems. But what Saint Teresa of Avila is referring to is there is something that is eternal. There is something that is there underneath all of that. There is something that can be observed and discovered. And what can be discovered is underneath the storm, the hurricane, deep, deep in the ocean, underneath the tumultuous waves, I'm speaking metaphorically here, there is a deep calm. There is something deep in the ocean that is undisturbed by what's on the surface. That is not deterred. That is not affected by anything that is happening. It could be the worst hurricane. It could be the worst, storm in the history of mankind. But deep, deep, deep down below is completely unaffected. You can discover this for yourself. And it's not something that you have to think about. Don't think about it. Don't try to logify it. Don't try to rely on your intelligence and your analytical skills. No. As a matter of fact, I don't even want you to use this. It's a feeling. Remove the mind. Remove all intellectual pursuits. Remove all analytical attribution. Discover this for yourself. What doesn't come and go? Anxiety comes and goes. Overthinking comes and goes. Bad times come and go. Tragedy comes and goes. Calamities come and go. The years come and go. The sun comes and goes. Night comes and goes. Day comes and goes. Age comes and goes. Youth comes and goes. Right? Innocence comes and goes. You could go on and on and on. Financial woes come and go. What doesn't come and go? What is deeper than all of that? That sits quietly, observes, pays attention, is unaffected, and is not taking anything personally. Not even this, not even your own mind, not even your own thinking. It's not, I wish they taught this in school. They don't teach this in school. I wish they did, but if you discover this, again, I'm not asking you to become a member of my congregation. This is not, it's nothing, there's no vibology like that. It has nothing to do with belief, practice, study. You don't have to go to a seminary school. You don't have to go to Catholic school. You don't have to go to anything like that. There is no pilgrimage. There is no expedition. There's no mission. You can discover this sitting in line at Walmart, at the grocery store, at a stoplight, laying at night in bed. While you're cooking, you can discover this right now as you're watching and listening to this video. There is something here deeper that is unaffected by all the changes. Once you discover this, which is consciousness, which is, in some, without too much heaviness, you could say, God is just a word. It could be used to describe, the eternal kind of being, the eternal source, the eternal creator or creation of this, of everything. It could be, what I like to do? I equate God with mystery. God equals mystery. Okay? And so mystery is not something that you necessarily can intellectually understand, but you can feel it. And it doesn't have to be explained. It doesn't even have to be described or defined. But it's there. Does that make sense? Let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear from you. But none of this is aimed at, having you start wearing robes and go sit in the Himalayas and discard your ordinary, urban life or whatever. You don't have to become a monk. This is something you can do right now. It's very practical. That's the aim of this channel. That's how I've gotten through debilitating anxiety myself. And so use this video as a tool, again, not as a cure-all, an end-all, anything like that. Come back here. Remember that there are things that come and there are things that go. That most things, everything passes, but there's something that doesn't pass. If they taught this in school, we would have relieved ourselves and avoided unnecessary, debilitating suffering. But they don't teach this in school. This is the impetus for my YouTube channel. This is the impetus for me creating this content for you. I've gone through absolute hell for decades with anxiety, overthinking, stress, frustration, depression, mental health, etc., etc. these truths I've discovered. And I hope you can discover them as well, and I hope you can free yourself as well. I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know in the comments what you think. Don't forget, my #1 best-selling book, Conversation with Fear, is a book that you should definitely get. Link is in the description and in the pinned comment. Also, we have our ultimate Ending Anxiety Mindset course that you can purchase right now. End panic attacks, end stress. It is a really in-depth, modulated course that you can take, that you can purchase, and help you end anxiety today. Link in the description, link in the comments below. As always, I am your guide, hopefully. Professor Nez, wishing you the best. Take care of yourself. I'll see you in the next video.